No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. They can't win. No new friends. No new friends. Football fans. Football. They sleep again. They sleep. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And we are underway on a Monday night. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, Rosen. And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 65.
They'll give it to him up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
21.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're going ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gun! 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 Over!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. Derrick Henry, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, Rosen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney! All right, now look at me.
Rosen will throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
On 1st down, Garoppolo able to shake it, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check. Lucky.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They go play action here on first down. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The rookie Rosen has the Cards on the move. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
To throw is Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. A huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9. And
he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
4 down. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Hey. 4 down.
They're going on 4th down. Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Lucky 56.
Now Rosen on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, 4 down. Check three. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch it now, Barney. Watch the twist.
Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team, We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
65.
Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
2, 2, 2. Check, crunch. 11. Yes.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Right back to him on 1st down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Garoppolo now, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
21. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 21. Check 4. 11.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
12, fellas, here we go.
Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll go on the ground. He spins free. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Over!
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Check 31. Check 31.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gun.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Our is Steelionaire, Section 36, Row 4, Seat 8. You have won a $100 savings bond. Please stop by the souvenir shop at the lower level at the conclusion of the game to pick up your prize. And don't forget to bring your tickets.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd and long here for Rosen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So the sack of Garoppolo.
21.
And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Check 88. Check 88.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Now it's Rosen. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
I got you. Come on. 12, fellas, here we go. Safety creep.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Break. 22, eyes on 22. Single, slot. Over. Watch safety creep.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Barney!
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he stays up. And fights through one man. That is caught inside the 5. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Detroit!
Here's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. He's back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Cards, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1 point